Live, live, very live.
Yo mara ingine tena, karibuni kwa live stream yetu. Leo tunaongelea tunaongelea relationship. Relationship, everything. Relationship, ups and downs, breakups, uzuri wa relationship. Unafunika kamera.
Sirudishe na. Ilikuwa bahati mbaya. Oops.
Iko sawa?
Sini macho zangu. Si tunatoshana.
Yes. Msanii wetu hapa alikuwa na kitu ya kutuambia nyingi, mambo nyingi na relationship. So this is a very good platform. Kwanza tusalimie na Kiitalia, Kifrench ama ilikuwa? Usalimie watu.
Hi there. Mtu ashaanza wewe kuja.
Ongea.
Hello. Karibuni tena. Leo tunaongea kwa Kiswahili. Ndio. So
mjibu kwa Kizungu.
yeah.
DJ, we see you.
We're good. How are you? Yes, you're welcome today. We are back. Sorry, yesterday we just disappeared. Now we've appeared.
Today it's fire bande.
So we are here. We're talking about relationships, and we also want to see what you think about relationships. So yeah, yesterday we said we have varieties of relationships. Oh, okay. So kuna relationship yangu na Mungu. Kuna yangu na my brother here.
Yes, brother sister relationship.
Kuna yangu na wazazi wangu huko kwenye wako. And there's that relationship between me and my babe.
Boy child, girl child relationship. That includes romancing.
Exactly. So, it depends with where you are. And Jan, I mentioned something about singlehood. And I want to echo on that first. So, kwa singlehood ni kukua single. Yes, kukua tu single.
Singlehood is being single. Having no one except your parents, brothers and sisters and friends.
Exactly. Okay.
Not any other level.
And I mentioned that you just have to embrace it, and it's good. It's good to be single. So kwa watu wote wenye mkoko, all genders,
very good.
When you're single, it's very good. Embrace it, by the way, and utilize that time before you get someone. Okay? Mbona unapotea uko single? Yeah, so it's a good thing to be single. So if you have a friend who is single and they're wondering why they're single, or they don't love the state, and they end up making decisions that are not good, or they end up messing up, you can try talk to them and just encourage them to embrace their singlehood. By that I mean, when for instance, when you go into something and you don't know what it entails, and uko wapi wewe, Ni nini shida? Yeah. So, and you don't know about whatever you've gone into, huh? On my end, most of the times what I try to do is sit down and try to figure out what that thing entails. So utapata most ladies or most men peer pressure and all that juu sasa king hapa akona wife ama akona mtu mwenye anapenda, alafu mimi hapa niko single. I wanna compare myself with him.
Do I have a wife?
Do you?
No.
Yes, so nimesema kwa mfano. So I wanna compare myself with him so that maybe we're on the same level or whatever we talk about equal at par. That is more of peer pressure, you see? So he knows how he's handling his relationship. I don't know how to handle it, you see? But if I take my time and maybe talk to him and ask him, so now this is man-to-man talk or lady man talk or woman talk, you know?
Lady man talk.
So I ask him, you know, ume experience you've gone through this. If I get myself into this, how should I go about it? How should I do what I'm supposed to do there, you know? In that process, sijajicompare na yeye, or I've not tried fitting in his shoe. But what I've done, I'm trying to see, once I get there, what I'm supposed to do, you know? So that's very important. So when you're single, this is the time when you love yourself more. And it's very important to love yourself. So, unajipenda hapo. But if you don't love yourself, and then you enter into a relationship, you're not going to love that person. You're not. And you'll be having very, very, very many expectations.
Okay.
Okay. Very many expectations about a person or what a person is supposed to do to you. And your expectations zitaenda kuwa not met. You see? So it's very important to love yourself. Once you love yourself, that's when now you know how to love others. You have to be selfish about your heart. You have to be selfish about yourself. It's okay. Not selfish at ile selfish, but selfish ile yenye ile yenye unajipenda. Yes. Okay, so it's good. Sawa. So if you have a single friend, if wewe mwenyewe uko single and you're trying to you're kind of struggling with accepting that, but then the first step is acceptance. So just accept to uko single, sawa, and the right person is going to come your way. So come your way. So ni poa, just embrace singlehood. So we have very many things that happen in relationships. So for instance, as a lady, I expect my guy to do some things for me, and as a man, he expects his lady to do some things for him.
Kuosha vyombo.
No. We're not talking about kuosha vyombo. So King is going to tell us a few things that he thinks are important for a lady to do. And I'm going to talk about a few things that I think it's important for a man to do. So let's get it.
Hello, Austin, how are you? So what I think about what a lady should do in a relationship.
Yeah.
In my perspective, I think ladies just have to play their part so well that let me start by this. A relationship has to be offered by the two parties 100 and 100.
Exactly. Not
If it's
50-50.
no,
Mm-hmm.
if it's communication, I have to give 100% communication,
Mm-hmm.
so that I should be expecting from her. If
And
I
that
give,
is where our research came in.
mm-hmm.
That
Yeah, you can.
a person, whether it's a male or a female, they speak an average of 4,800 words in 24 hours. Okay, that is a person. Mtu tu, they speak an average of 4,800 words in 24 hours. So when it comes to communication, mwanaume mwenye haongei sana, I'll say that in English. A man who doesn't utter so many words.
The silent ones,
Mm-hmm.
those that say they don't talk much.
Yes, utters an average of 2,000 words in a day.
What?
Normally, it's ladies talk more than men. So, if a man doesn't, the man who doesn't talk much utters an average of 2,000 words in a day, then a lady who doesn't talk much utters an average of 5,000 words. Sawa. And then normally tu mwanaume anaongeaga maneno 7,000 and mwanamke anaongea maneno, au ni wenye wako tu, anaongea maneno 15,000. So that is the average, okay? For the people who don't talk much, men it's 2,000, women it's 5,000. For ladies who talk vizuri yani kama mimi sasa, yetu ni 15,000, and then men ni 7,000.
Hello vlog, how are you? Welcome to my stream. So as I was saying, before she took over, and I also made a discovery from her.
Okay.
The words, what men talk, what ladies talk. So what I was saying is, a lady should just do her part, as long as she's putting in the energy that I'm also putting in. Because when I am playing at 10%, I don't expect her to be playing at 50, at 100. And also, a lady should make a man talk. That I'm talking on a part of communication. For those that feel like they want to be in a relationship, she should talk. She should make me know what she wants, what she thinks, because through communication, I'll get to know her ideas, because she's talking, she's telling me what to do, how to come over something. And on my opinion, I think I love a lady that pushes me to the wall. By this I mean,
Hey,
if
okay.
it's spending, I don't spend on okay, it is good spending with your partner, but a lady that makes me realize that we have tomorrow, we can invest, we can buy something that will make us or we will be proud of, a plot, maybe open a business, have a boutique, do some things that after 10 years we will look back and say, or I will look back and say, I'm so proud of where we are at because she helped, she did this and this. Yeah. And we'll add more of that as we go on. Back to you.
Echoing what he's saying, the book of Proverbs says, a wise woman builds her own house, and a foolish woman destroys it with her own hands. So, I don't want to say ni kazi ya mwanamke
Kujenga.
kujenga, no, that's not it, but it has to be 50-50, 100-100. You play your part fully and he plays his part fully. How? I do what I'm supposed to do. For instance, the truth is sometimes men fear telling us about their money, about the expenditures, and that leads to another point of being open. You cannot be open to someone you don't talk to, so communication is first. So once you communicate, now that's when you start being open. Now when you're open, you find yourself sharing a lot of stuff. How? So if I'm using an example, okay? King here has money. He doesn't know what to do with his money. If he has a good lady who communicates with him,
that I'm looking for, a good lady that I'm looking for.
I think he has. It's okay, so don't say another word. So exactly, thank you. Communication is everything. Without communication, the relationship is bound to failure. And without that communication, you don't have trust. Without that trust, there is no need to continue. So better not continue. Just talk. It's okay. Anyway, as I was saying, so for instance, he has struggles with his money. If he has a good person or a good partner, this person is able, okay, the lady especially, is able to help him on how to do maybe investments, important things such as maybe supporting a family, hizo vitu tu
Well, Lizzy.
So it's okay, yeah, to have someone who supports you. And it's the same thing here with men. You have to be wise. Unajua usingoje tu eti sasa juu a wise woman builds her own house, wewe ukuwe tu hapo bumbwazi. No, you also have to be wise with the kind of friends you have, with the kind of things you do, let's say with your money, or it's just very important. Sawa. Back to you, King.
So what can I say more? Okay, maybe I like or I love an open-minded woman.
Okay.
A lady that will sit me down and tell me, Maze, this is what you are doing and whatever you are doing is wrong. Yeah, I like a lady that will tell me straight into my face, umenibo na hiki kenye nimefanya, kama uta change Maze, normal. So, and I also love a lady that will go out of her way kuniweka chini kama mtoto.
Hey, okay.
Na aniambie, just echoing what I've said, aniambie ni aje hii pesa yako vile unatumia, sijui PS, sijui unabai nini, can you think of something good you can do? And also think mimi nita echo juu as much as we are talking of relationship, kuna pia wale watu wenye hawako kwa relationship.
Exactly, hao wenye wali give up on communication. Embrace your singlehood. Jipende hapo.
But singlehood is such a moment. Is a very good moment or time where you get to realize yourself, where you get to plan yourself, kama ni kujiwekea timetable nini. And before you decide na uamue unataka kuwa kwa relationship, utakuwa umeinvest, kama ni kuinvest, kama ni kugain vitu nyingi sana, utakuwa umelearn. Hata ile time ikifika utajua the do's and the don'ts.
Exactly. Now, yesterday we were talking man-woman talk, brother-sister talk. Yes. And we realized that sometimes people make mistakes. For instance, I've come out of a relationship or I'm broken-hearted. So I want to try something else. Now this guy comes and pia yeye anacheza vile anacheza, you know. So I'm expecting that my expectations kwake ni he should be the one talking to me, he should check on me all the time, he should do this, he should do, yani inakuwa sasa ni kama the ball is on his court. No, that's not what happens. If you're trying to make something work, it has to be the two of you, nyinyi wawili. That's how things are going to work. If sasa mimi nikae tu hapa ni ngoje tu, nipigiwe simu, nifanyie, no, take your time also. Invest mali penye unataka kuona something grows. How? If he calls me, I also have the obligation to call him, you know. When we talk, I advise him, he advises me, vitu kama hizo. So ladies pia tuache hii tabia ya unangoja tu mtu akupigie simu. But tena isikuwe sasa ni kama hiyo kazi imekuwa yako. Tume agree to communication yetu sote. So
inafaa kuwa ya nani?
Isikuwe sasa ni kazi yako peke yako. Sasa wewe tu ndo unapiga simu, wewe tu ndo unamtext, wewe tu ndo no. So just don't do that. If that's what's happening, wewe ndo unafanya, you're doing most of the talking, or it's okay to do most of the talking, but when you realize that you're running these things, hapana, achana nayo, run
now. By ikifika hiyo time unaangalia ama unasema mimi ndo nilimpigia hii wiki yote, mimi ndo nimepiga asubuhi, mimi ndo nimetext, nimekuwa kwanza. It is unhealthy you as a boy, man or a woman, ukianza kuanalyze mimi ndo nafanyanga mimi tu ndio naweka tu communication. Okay, watu wote
wanafaa.
Hapana.
Okay, sema yako.
Kuna tu mtu mwenyewe hapendi kuongea vile amesema, na that means si ati hapendi kuongea ama anything. Mimi na believe communication, mimi napatiana so yeye anatoa so, tunaweka hapa. That means I have to text. Kama ni asubuhi nimetext, labda atatext hiyo nyingine, next text leo atatext kesho, as in inafaa ku flow naturally from me and from her. Isifike mahali naona mimi ndo tu nimekanga tu hii mentality ya ni mimi tu ndo nafanya, ni mimi nafanya, hiyo ndo inaharibu vitu. I don't have to conclude. Labda alikuwa busy hata kama hajasema.
Alafu sasa swali moja muhimu ni every time you do most of the talking. Let me now I'm speaking on behalf of ladies. I'm doing most of the talking. Mimi tu ndo nakuongelesha acha kunipea hiyo look. Mimi tu, yani it's like I'm the one who's running the relationship, I'm the one who's doing everything. Ask yourself this. Mwanaume mwenye haongei kabisa, ule mwenye amenyamaza hata 2000 words. You call that thing that you're in ni a relationship, and then he doesn't talk to you. Jiulize tu swali moja. Hizi 2000 words anapelekea nani? Acha kucheka. Hizi 2000 words zinaogelea wapi? Just ask yourself that question. Alafu usingoje jibu. Run for your life.
Hapana, me I don't support that at all. Mimi nasema
unachezwa.
Mimi nasema hivi. Sit your man down. Sit your lady down. Muongee. Mwambie juu wote people get into relationship without knowing the consequences of relationship, of which ina take time, ina take kama ni resources ni time. Hiyo ni first thing. The other one ni kama ni dough ku spend, hiyo ni obvious. Kama ni as in ina kutake mentality, ina kutake everything. So relationship za siku hizi zinaanzanga tu, nimekuona, nimekuvibe, alafu pack, we are something. The other thing we know ni +1 +2, I don't know. So mimi husema hivi, from the word go, ume notice that lady, she's cute, that guy is handsome. Vile tu mnaanza kuongea tu hivi, kalishaneni chini muongee. You guy, you lady, mwambie, but then in a relationship, I value communication. Kama mimi tu, that's number one I do. By the na kukalisha chini na kuambia communication ni one thing. Mkishaambiana huko mbele, hakuna vile kutakuwa na complaint, oh mimi ndo nafanyanga, oh mimi ndo nilifanya, mimi ndo nafanyanga zaidi. No. Alafu mambo ya kurana, don't conclude things. Labda nilikuwa busy na sikukuambia. Kuna demu kimwambia uko busy, hata kama uko busy tu genuinely, utamwambia uko busy, atafume. Oh uko busy, sijui nini, haunanga time na mimi. Najua hiyo ni kazi unafanya, the same do, baada atataka mbaie vitu, mpeleke out, umsurprise. These days are so much complicated. Sijui anataka aje.
No, you didn't get my point out. Oh, sawa. Anyway, that thing about communication. Well, I've seen. I'm coming to that.
Kuna mtu anauliza na kama yeye ni introvert.
We are coming to that. Anyway, back to here. Why I said run. Kwanza, you see, to me agree, you just don't rush into a relationship. Sindo? You take your time to know this person. He said very well, after self-reflection, now you know who ni mtu mwenye we can work together with or we cannot. Once you've decided to work together with this person, so hata yeye anakujua na wewe pia unamjua, right? So akianza kukunyamazia hapo, wiki moja mtu amekunyamazia kuongeleshi, wiki ya pili, wiki ya tatu, tunaweza elewa maybe he's stressed ama she's stressed. You try talking.
Wiki ya kwanza, wiki ya pili,
sawa, hiyo depression inakuanga mbaya, inaweza enda hadi mwaka.
Okay, nilikuwa depressed na nini?
Sijui sasa. Okay. So assuming the person is not okay ama nini, sindo, that is when we said communication is important.
Yes.
So mimi I'll know my someone is not okay, sindo. So how do we work this out, you know? But ile yenye someone is just okay, they just don't talk to you, you don't know where these 2,000 words disappear to, don't stay, walk. As long as you've already put things plain on the table. Umemwambia mimi napenda kuongea, amekwambia mimi niko busy hii masaa. Okay, sawa. So we set our time. In the morning when I wake up, before I go to work, I call you. That's okay. In the evening, once I'm out of work, we talk. That's okay. From, let's say, nitafika kwa nyumba by 7, I rest for an hour. Then from 8 to 10, hiyo ni masaa yetu. Sawa, we talk. Okay. That's much better. But kama hakuna any reasonable explanation, and then you've talked this thing out, and then this person's trend is still the same, no, don't stay there.
Mimi naweza uliza, how far can your legs carry you?
Now, being an introvert, you're shy. Then why are you looking for this person? Why? Just why?
Acting on what that question is, being an introvert, of which there are people introverts in relationships with extroverts people. So you can right?
People who are extroverts.
And I think an introvert and an extrovert works good, because let's say the introvert is a dude and the other one is a msichana, na msichana na wewe kijana, na wewe kijana, the introvert haupendi story, as in there is a way you can sit her down and discuss. Muongee, umwambie kuna vitu mimi sipendi, kuna vitu napenda, ama kuna time, as in you plan out, unapata. Because I believe when you speak and tell her in a very polite way, juu hakuna mtu atahandle mpenzi wake kwa fujo. You have to talk. This brings us back to communication. Of which she'll understand, na kama alikuanga huku juu atakuja na mtakuwa level moja. Communication.
Exactly. The reason why nimeuliza why are you looking for this person is because you know there's a missing puzzle in you already. Okay? Yeah, that's what I meant. And so if you're not willing to find that missing puzzle, then jikalie tu.
Ouch.
Akisisemi na ubaya.
Nasema watu watakufa single huko nje.
Ndio ninasema if you're not willing to find the missing puzzle, you don't talk king, I talk. Sindo? But we are having this thing. We've agreed it's the two of us to make it work, right? So if I'm just doing it, you're not willing to do it, then there is no need for you to chase me. With willingness, you can work on your introvertness so that we come to this level. But if mimi, I talk too much, ninaamua kushuka ni kuja hapo tukue sote introverts, it won't work. That's what I'm trying to say. So, wewe unajua kabisa you are an introvert, you have this extrovert person. With willingness, as long as you're willing to work this thing out, unafaa kuja tu juu kidogo. Na huyu pia, as long as umemwambia bedhe mimi sipendi kuongea sana, you're tayari unaongea, you know? You've told the person your likes and your dislikes. So as long as she's also willing kutoka huko juu akuje chini au akuje pale mtakutana, that's much better. But si ati yeye atoke huko juu akuje hapa chini kwako, it won't work.
I also think hata kama wewe ni introvert na uko committed, there is a way hakutakuwa na hiyo relationship yenye haitakuwa affected. Because it is all about commitment.
Yes, and willingness. That's why I said kukua willing. Endelea.
Ongea kwanza nikisoma hii comment kubwa.
So, commitment, willingness, communication, openness. What else did you say? Hizo zote.
Kuna comment hapa.
Okay.
I don't think we have a missing puzzle. That means I'm half a person, but I believe God created us all. What do you think?
That's true. God created us all. But also remember in the book of Genesis, if our father Adam was complete, then Mungu hangemuumbia Eve. So Eve was the missing puzzle in Adam's life.
Kwa vile wanasemanga the missing rib.
Okay. Sijui kama ni rib, mimi natumia puzzle.
Okay.
Eve is
ama the rib ni nini watu wameamua kuoana. Na puzzle ni watu wenye wameamua kudate.
Mimi sijasema. So, if that's the case then, yes, all of us were created equally and all that. But there's this thing that you miss. That this other person has to come and feel it. That is what I mean by the missing puzzle.
And Jana, she asked me a very good question. How do you know Aliuliza aje? Unajua aje mtu ako serious na mwingine? Jana aliniuliza swali, unajua aje mtu ako serious na wewe? How do you know a person is serious with you? When maybe you are dating or maybe you are friends and you need to or you want to date or mnaanza. How do you know someone is very serious with you? Mnaweza changia pia as anaongea person.
Oh, this other question is very interesting. You read it loud.
If it was for companionship, I think if my Bible serves me right.
Exactly.
Yes, of course. Yes.
Exactly. And that was the missing puzzle in the life of Adam. That's it. That's it. Adam. Adam, whatever you want to say. You see, what is the meaning of companion? A companion is a helper. So God definitely knew that this man I've created here haezi jisaidia.
Oh, you.
That's okay. The truth. Helper. A companion is a helper.
Yes.
So okay, yes, unaweza ukafanya vitu, but kuna vitu huwezi ukajifanyia. There are these things you cannot help yourself. Exactly. That's the point. So yes, companionship and helper, and that was the missing puzzle.
Na niulize. Nikuulize ama tujiulize?
Tujiulize sote.
In a relationship where we are not married but we are girl boy relationships, ndio?
Obviously if you're not married basi ni boy girl.
Hiyo relationship hiyo. Nataka sichukue kiboro hiyo step hapo. So mimi nauliza swali ni is it for companionship ama if I want a girl or a lady in my life for relationship, romance, hiyo relationship hiyo.
Basically
tunatafutana for companionship ama juu companionship.
Basically women or ladies are for companionship.
Huh?
Yeah.
O si ati companionship ni ya watu wanawana tu. Okay.
But sasa, hebu rudie swali yako. Sijui.
I'm asking, companionship ni ya watu wameoana. According to me, ni bibi na bwanaki. So mimi mwenye niko na in a relationship sijaoa bado. Tunaita aje, is she for my companion?
Now that brings us to the question, what is the aim of you dating? Una date kwa nini? Why are you dating?
Why am I dating?
Yes. It brings us to that question. You see, this is why I said, enjoy your singlehood before you get into this relationship. So, the two of you must have the final ultimatum, you know? Nataka huyu mwanaume, okay, this man wants me. Yes, and I want him. It's not just wanting. What is the I'm sorry.
Poleni.
Okay, so what is the aim of that relationship? Unajua kama ni kuchezeana hapo, then it's not worth it. But kama, because most good relationships just lead to marriage, and marriage is not just
kupotezeana wakati.
Yes, there's nothing, we don't have such we have such in other marriages, but a marriage with a goal, that's not the aim. Kupotezeana wakati is not the aim. So why are you dating? Why? So you must have an aim for this relationship. So Mimi, I'm not yet married, but
neither am I.
Yes, but I know once nimeingia kwa hii relationship, huko ndo ninaelekea, na yeye pia he knows the same thing. So you date this person, or you court this person, or you know each other and all that. You see if you're compatible or not. You see, and then now from there you move on. Yeah.
Sasa swali ingine ni hii. What of these guys that are in a relationship and that doesn't lead to marriage?
Why doesn't it lead to marriage?
Things happen.
Exactly. That's why I said you know the aim of this relationship.
Of course, I'm saying I have a very good reason to have you. I have a very good reason to have you as my girl. And I have a very bigger and good picture for where I want us to be. Maybe in future, you'll be my wife. And you also, I share with you, and it is good with you. Then we kick off the relationship. Then after a while, we break up and don't want to even come back to each other again. As in, the relationship gets sour. Were we wasting time, or how can we call that?
Thank you so much for that question, King. And I'm answering it. Okay, this is why most of the times we as Christians, we're usually told, we just pray for your partner so that you're led to the right person. We wonder most of the times why we have sijui watu ni lesbians, watu ni gay and all that. But they also have stories behind them why they went into such. Okay? We'll come to that baadaye kidogo. But back to his question. So you've been dating this guy. Mmepatana tu pale mmepatana. You don't know whether he's your man or not. You see, something that's led by God, he gives you peace about it and he provides for it. So as long as kitu it's ordained by God, in fact, while you're dating, you'll just know this is the right person. And that is why we have the Holy Spirit. The Holy Spirit is not mute, he's not dumb, he speaks. God himself speaks. So the Holy Spirit will tell you, walk out of this relationship. And by there you'll know this is the voice of the Holy Spirit. And if it's not the Holy Spirit, and if the Holy Spirit tells you and you continue ignoring, that is where you find yourself. Umedate mtu hata for 10-15 years, umejua he's going to be your life partner. Kidogo kidogo amekuacha. Kidogo kidogo you find out that he has another family elsewhere. That thing, either Mungu alikuambia, and the best part about God and relationship is he gives you signals. He tells you, anakuambia gatu hapa, my daughter jikate, kijanangu toka. So those people who, or hata you can disobey God still, end up in marriage, but trust me, the marriage won't last. That's why you find tuko na divorce cases and all that.
Yingi.
Yes. Why? Because we don't listen to the voice of God. So as Christians, by the way, it's very important to pray for your partner. Have I answered you?
You've answered me plus other people said that. Unaweza uliza pia swali hapo mahali uko.
Yes.
Pia unaweza niuliza swali
hapa mahali niko.
Hapo mahali uko.
Yeah, so just by the, let's not be ignorant with such small things. Unaona? Because once we are ignorant, this is where we find ourselves missing. Prayers work, prayers are answered. And there's this time when you're praying for something and God is quiet. So I'm okay. I'm now getting into this relationship, and um, I'm not hearing the voice of God. First sign, you're very much unsettled. Remember, kitu yoyote yenye God is the center, He gives you peace. His peace that surpasses all human understanding. But then I'm not preaching. And then the second thing, He provides. He provides for you. As long as ni kitu ya Mungu, and you won't know how hata Mungu ameprovide, but He just does it. So when you find yourself uko unsettled, you're praying, but you're not peaceful about it. You just ask God, now how do I go about this? That is number one. If He doesn't provide for it, also ask Him, now, are you here or not? Then thirdly, ask Him, now, God, should I stay or should I walk? Now, that does not mean that watu wenye tuseme they're in relationship with people who are not born again, ati wanafaa kuacha such relationships ndio find born again people. No. At times pia, God gives you someone who's not in your level, or someone who's not a Christian like you, so that this person may become a Christian or may come to know God, So it's all about prayer. Now remember, hata kama you're in that relationship which is violent and all that, but be very careful with hizo relationships zenye ni violent. If you're in such, just ask about the will of God.
Mimi I'll advise you. Mimi I'll advise you. Mimi I will tell you this really
before you die.
If you're in an abusive relationship, my brother, my sister, run.
Yeah.
Run for your life. Because we've seen people die in relationships. Mothers killing their men killing their wives and children. As in how?
Will you just stay there?
Just run for your life. Mimi hapo siwezi kujifanya ati mimi ni expert nikwambia ati vumilia ati my friend, run for your life.
But they don't stay. You just run. Kama ni ya Mungu atakwambia vile ufanye.
Atakwambia uko mbele si hapo.
Kama umetoka atakwambia vile ufanye. But don't get yourself killed.
And sometimes vile amesema tu, God tells us what to do. Atakwambia as in through these arguments kidogo kidogo, if you don't learn,
yes, by the kuna hizo red flags. Yeah, mimi for instance, some red flags that I know ni hiyo communication. Mtu tu akuongeleshi. You see, the best part about this is once you've known a person, now you're able to know what is good or not.
You can play along.
So yes, you can play along. So I've known you, I know tuseme wewe ni mtu wa social media, you huweki simu chini, like simu yako haikufi, haishi moto, because you're always there having it. Ikifika 50 una charge. And then I call you and then you don't pick your calls. You don't have like a real excuse for not speaking. You're not sick. You haushiki tu, such things. Mungu tu wana. He gives us signs, by the way. He tells you toka, but ni sisi ndo watu unajifanya wale wase.
Ati yo sijui nampenda. Ati yo my friend utaumia.
And the worst part is we force our hearts to stay, or we have this mentality, this is the person, so that sticks to be the person. It's not right. So kuwa na flexible heart,
Na mimi ndauliza hivi, sijui kama ni swali ama ni nini. for mi nitakwambia hivi, tukiwa hapo tuko hapo kwa mimi niko tu. Swali yangu ni, in a relationship where no communication, si yeye anaongea, si wewe wewe ndio ukiangalia ukiangalia wewe ndio extroverts. Wewe unaongeanga tu, then unakuja una realize by the way mimi ndo naekanga 100%.
Mwingine yake ni 0.
So mimi nauliza, are you dating yourself? ama kwa hii safari mko wawili? Because you have to be, a relationship is something very fragile.
Yeah.
Because it touches your heart. Na saa ingine sijui naingianga kwa soul. Sijui anything that triggers the heart is very dangerous.
Yeah.
Ikisha trigger the heart,
you just find yourself wewe tu ndo you're doing hizo vitu zote, ebu reconsider, take time. It's not an offense, it's not a mistake to tell someone. By the way, ebu we reflect on ourselves, tujipatie break. It's not an offense and it's not a mistake.
Amen for that. Hapo break hapo.
True.
Mtu anaweza kuwa ameboeka na wewe nataka kukuambia.
When you realize that when ndo unafanya take a break. Mwambie tu, this is why I said it's important to talk. Mwambie tu, by the way, we go out on a break. Twende tutembee tu. Yaani kila mtu aende safari yake.
Wewe unaongelea break ya kutembea.
We come back after 2 weeks and then to start to settle this thing. Now, this leads us to when you found out that you're not compatible with someone or hamumatch, please don't leave someone bila kumwambia. It really hurts. Well, mtu anapona eventually na anaendelea na maisha.
Mimi niko na swali hapo. Mimi niko na swali hapo. How will unasema if you find out that you are not compatible for each other? How do you find that when you are 6 months down the line kama bado mna date?
How do you find out?
I find she's not compatible with me, ama for me, ama she's not good for me after tumekaa na yeye 6 months down the line, 3 months, 1 year.
By the way, it happens.
Aje sasa kwani haukujua au realize tukianza?
Sasa ndo yenye tulisema aje. You see, ni sisi Mungu anatupatia signs, but ni sisi watu tunajifanya wajinga.
You mean Mungu anaweza kupatia sign from day one?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. But remember nimesema aje, ni sisi ndo we had in our hearts. Now that this person is this way akona pesa, that's where I want. Or sijui they are classy, that's what I want. And it's a very big mistake. So God gives us red signs from the very first day. Yes.
Okay.
So ni sisi ndo watu tunapuuzilia. Na sasa ukipuuzilia wakati sasa, lakini Mungu anatupenda tu. Juu hata bado after 10 years za kudate kayo. Know that those people who still date for 10 years. Mungu sana. Sasa wakati imekuwa mbaya, Mungu sana kuambia atoka sasa, my child, come out of this. Yeah. So, by the way, love yourself. Enjoy where you are. If you're in a relationship, enjoy that relationship. But keep God first. Once you keep God first, He's able to direct you. Remember, the book of Proverbs says, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not unto your own understanding, but in all your ways acknowledge Him first, and He shall direct your path. So once you trust Him with everything, including this relationship that you're in, He's automatically going to direct your path. The Bible also says in the book of Psalm that thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light to my path. So if you have the word of God with you, He'll obviously direct your path, okay, and lead your footsteps. So make sure you trust God, hata na your guy or your lady, then he's going to lead you. Kama si wako, si wako, by the way.
Hata after 10 years.
Hata after 10 years, si wako. Na mtaachana.
Ndio kuna kama na ile msemo ya mtaachana tu. Mtaachana tu.
Oi.
Yaani kuna watu wanakuanga muona kesho yako.
Kesho ni Mungu anakuanga amekuonyesha. So,
lakini swali ni mimi siwezi kuwa kwa relationship yangu ati peke yangu tu. Okay, I have someone lakini najidate.
Ndio hiyo sasa tunasema.
I force out things. Mtu hata hataki mtembee, sijui anajificha nini,
sijui atakana. That is why I'm saying you know once umekaa na mtu umemjua, you know this person in and out, and then anza kufanya vituko hapo, oh my goodness, run. Just run. Toka tu. Hautashokwa.
Gila basi.
Ile shoka ya nini ya shingo, hautashokwa. So you love it. Love yourself. Jipende.
Sasa hapa tukuje hapa kwa after breakup. After breakup, how long should I stay before getting into another relationship?
Hiyo tutaendelea kesho. Enye hiyo sijui.
Sema tu.
Tutaona kesho.
Ukisikia gani?
It depends with you. Yeah.
It depends with the deep end of the heartbreak that I experienced, ama mimi mwenyewe nikiamua.
Kuna watu break up saizi
na kesho ametoka kwa wengine. Yaani unatoka hapo ukiingia kwa mlango mwingine. Kama unataka kwa bafu kuingia kwa choo. So hiyo ndio imekuwa yetu leo. Na tumefurahi sana kuwapata, kukuwa na nyinyi. Tukutane kesho. Same time, same place, the same guys. Tuonane.